Yes, welcome to the Footy with Football channel. My name is Ahis Anthony, and this is the fans reaction episode, proudly sponsored by our sponsor, our partner, AM Jersey. As you can see in the intro video, you can purchase any of your jerseys, retro jerseys, club jerseys. If you're an Arsenal fan, if you're a Chelsea fan, if you're a Manchester United fan, you can go there and purchase or buy your jersey online at amjersey.shop using Footy with Family as the coupon code. You can see it in the description of this video and ensure you patronize our partner. It's good to be on the show today. Malik, how you doing? Peace, how you doing? How you guys doing?
Yo, I'm doing all right, man. I'm doing all right. Good to be here.
Good to have you guys.
It to be here too. Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Peace, you've had a meltdown for the past 2 weeks, seeing Wolves taking 2 points from Arsenal. Peace is an Arsenal fan. She's making her debut on the Footy with Football channel. Let's give Peace a round of applause.
Ooh.
And I think you had a meltdown. Two straight Brentford, Wolves, Arsenal dropping points. Peace told me that these Arsenal guys are giving her a heck of a time. But you have the chance. Can you just let us know how you feel seeing how Arsenal dealt with Spurs 4-1 at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium and taking the bragging rights in the North London derby?
Yeah, it's a derby, so I'm not going to get carried away. The focus is on the next game, which is against Chelsea as well. Another big game, another big derby. So, of course, it was a nice way to respond to critics and the fact that they've dropped points 2 games in a row now, and those are the games that they should be getting maximum 3 points. But unfortunately, they slipped those games up and they messed up. But at the same time, of course, the derby form goes out of the window, so I can't really say that Arsenal are really back until I see what they can do against Chelsea, because I feel like Chelsea are, of course, much more better than Tottenham Hotspur. So I'm not really, I'm excited that we got the draw, because if we had lost or drawn that game, that'll probably be the end of the title race. But with that win, it kind of keeps the title race alive as well.
So, as an Arsenal fan, Peace, do you believe that, because the fact is 2022-2023 season, we had similar circumstance, Man City breathing down Arsenal's neck, and Arsenal relinquished the lead to Man City. 2023-2024 season, similar circumstance as well. Arsenal relinquished the lead to Man City. Man City won the title. But looking at the landscape of the league this season, putting into context how Arsenal have strengthened, looking at the depth of the squad they have, do you think, as an Arsenal fan, down beneath your guts, do you feel that similar circumstances has happened, or that had happened 2 seasons ago, 2022-2023 season and 2023-2024 season, could happen again?
I feel like it's already happening. And it all boils down to the fact that the guys have not crossed the line before. They just don't know how to get over the line yet. And until they do, of course, the PTSD is always going to be straight right on our fan, because we've seen it and we've already seen it play out. And of course, I'll probably put the blame on the manager, because he's not utilizing the squad enough. I feel like he's not using his squad enough. I feel like some of these players are tired out of playing too many games. Likes of Timber, likes of Zubimendi, you see them making errors. Even Declan Rice made a mistake. Mr. Reliable Declan Rice also made a mistake against Tottenham Hotspur, and I feel like it's of course it's part of the game, but when you see that consistently, it shows that being overplayed. And of course, it's already playing out. It's just how they respond now, because I've seen Arsenal drop 3 points in 3 games in a row. Now I've seen them drop points in two games now, but unfortunately for them, the North Northern derby came at the right time to kind of put an end to that. And I'm still not convinced, and I feel like the manager still not learning from his past mistakes, previous errors, making substitutions and making lineups changes that does not really make a whole lot of sense. Like bringing Gabriel Jesus, sometimes starting Jesus in a game. So I think he's still not learning, from his previous or past mistakes. And it's the only, I think the only thing that's kind of helping Arsenal now is because Manchester City are not the same Manchester City that we know that we respect. I feel like they're also struggling. They're also not as consistent because it was the same Manchester City of the last 2-3 seasons, and probably they'll be ahead of Arsenal by now. So I think that is what's actually playing a part, but it's still not over. Of course, that really makes it really interesting. It makes it actually really interesting.
Yeah, I understand your fear, so I'll allow the other guys, the panelists, to answer
And
this.
of
Malik,
course,
you
we
can...
be
Okay. Oh, sorry. Network's a bit lagging. Yeah. Chimamaka, welcome to the show. Good to have you on the show. What's up? How you doing?
I'm good. Good to have you guys.
Good to have you.
Good to be here.
So we're ably represented. Malik being a Manchester United fan, Peace being an Arsenal fan, Chimamaka being the Chelsea fan, and I'm just neutral, right? I'm just moderate the show to stop any gbasgbos. Yes. So Peace, be ready. Peace, be ready, because there's a whole lot of principalities and powers that don't want Arsenal to win.
No one here can actually, because
I didn't hear that part. Sorry.
Nobody here is
I actually didn't hear you. Wish I heard you.
She said nobody here can
everybody
beat
here.
them.
Nobody.
Baba, I've beat you this season. What are you telling me? What do you mean nobody can beat you?
Did I not beat you at your home ground as well? You're Manchester
Yeah, but
United fan, right?
but your quote-unquote fortress fell to United Red Devil.
After how many years? First of all, after how many years?
I don't see. It doesn't matter. Let it be 50
After
years. Let it be 100 years. Let it be 100 years.
This
season, we have beat you. Anything you want to tell me doesn't mean anything. This season, we have beat you. So you can't tell me there's nobody here that can't.
Yeah, we did. It's the same thing. We took points off each other.
Ojoro cancel Ojoro.
There's no Ojoro cancel anything. Beat everybody you can beat now. Here you get. That's the bragging rights you have now.
Or are you not everybody? A big club?
Beat everybody you can beat. It is your time to beat people. But please make sure that the beating results to something.
Manchester United fans are just shameless in the sense that they play a game in one game per week, and we have teams playing different competitions. In the Premier League, that's competition that you can get.
All I hear
you probably be out of the Premier League by now.
Excuses.
It's not excuses.
Did I ask for your team to be in the Champions League? Did I ask for your team to be in the Carabao Cup? Did I ask for your team to be in the FA Cup? Did I ask your team to be in the Premier League? Don't give me excuses. We did it too at some point.
Did I also
and we won a treble
from the Champions League? And you got big club, right? When was the last time you won the treble? Just give us the year. When was the last time you won the treble?
It was 99.
Let me answer. Hold on. I think
when last did you win Premier League, please?
No. Let's go there. Let's not go there. I
2004.
don't like that.
You don't like this.
It's way more recent than your treble.
2013 is way more. 2004 is way more recent than 2013.
You said your treble. We're comparing your treble to our league now. You said treble and league, not when you
were. Never won Champions League. Why am I even talking to you? You don't want Champions League.
Well, you're not in the conversation of the Champions League. Why am I chatting with you too? So simple.
See, this is not an argument that we're going to go through.
Please, I think I'll be the neutral one here.
let me calm down.
Really,
I think
seriously, seriously, because I really don't get the chess Manchester United fans have been showing since Carrick took over. Yes, I know they've been on a brilliant form, right? They've won games. Unfortunately, the United Strand guy couldn't cut his hair because all they needed to do was to win 5 straight games, and they just couldn't keep to that pack for the guy to just cut his hair. Do you understand? So, I've seen recently Manchester United fans coming for Arsenal fans. Yes, I get that because you came to the Emirates and you defeated Arsenal, right? But I would still like us to stay on the football conversation. I know that we've added banter. We're still going to come back to the banter side, but let's stick to the football conversation. That game, a lot of the footballing world felt that was the turning point for Arsenal's demise. That was the turning point where Arsenal was going to break down, and we will see Arsenal crumble and see Manchester City take over or topple them over. But the flip side is, like Pete said the other time in a monologue, Arsenal have been woeful since January. 3 wins out of how many games? But the thing is, they still maintain the lead. So I just want to chip this to you guys. Do you feel that Arsenal, looking at the landscape, looking at, applying context, like I asked this, with the squad depth they have, with seeing how they've competed during trying times, do you guys really feel that they could relinquish this lead to Man City? Malik, you can go first.
The possibility is actually very high if they maintain this kind of form. Because Man City has gotten 13 points from the last 5 games. United have also gotten more or less the same. For us now, they've only gotten 11 out of a possible 15. And for a team that is looking to win the league, I think they need to maintain a higher standard than what they are as of now. You cannot say you would want to win a league and you'll be dropping crucial points. It doesn't make any sense for a title contending side currently, because if you look at the Man City team of yesteryear, anytime we got into the new year, they were going for like a 10-12 game unbeaten. They don't give chance for anybody to come and argue with them at the top of the league. It was only Liverpool that was able to do that. But even though, as good as Liverpool was at the time, Man City still maintained the standard that they took in from the new year of the past, was it 3 or 4 seasons? When they won the league. They consistently maintained it that, okay, when we enter the new year, we're going on a 10-game streak, we're going on a 12-game streak unbeaten, we're not dropping crucial points, so that by the end of the season, that we are the winners. But the way Arsenal are taking it, I mean, maybe they really want us to enjoy the Premier League this season, since everybody has been playing bad football, doing giddy-go at the corner, during set pieces and all. So maybe Arsenal want us to really enjoy this league, and take it down to the wire. But I don't believe they can hold on to the top spot if they playing as they are as of now.
So you feel Man City, because if you look at Man City, the argument is there that Man City have not been that prolific the way they've been. We've seen games, facts, right? Factual. Past 3 games of past 4 EPL games where they start the game fast, and the second half they're always down. You see, even the recent game against Newcastle, what's the name of Elanga? If Elanga had been any close to being a better player, possibly could have punished Man City in that game. We've seen them start blistering in a blistering performance in the first half, and the second half they just go cold, and the opposition tend to, we saw that happen against Tottenham, right? A dead region Tottenham. They were 2-goal up, or were they 2-0 up, and they came to draw the game 2-2. So Arsenal fans would argue that this Man City is not the Man City of old. They still have a bit of chink in their armor that could see them still drop points in the remaining 11 games. Arsenal fans, yes, they know that they can still drop points in the remaining 10 games, but they believe this Man City is not the team of old. Chimamaka, what's your own take? It's good to have you back.
Thank you very much. Yeah, with everything you have said and what Malik has said, I agree with you guys, but I'll add some few points to it. Now, we know that this Guardiola team, presently as it stands, don't have that, how do I put it? They are not as solid as the Arsenal team. Why? They have 70%, if I'm correct, of their players who just joined 1-2 years or 1-2 seasons ago. As against Arsenal, who would say they have 70% of their players who have been there for 2-3 years. So now it brings about a core in the team. That is what Arsenal is riding on presently. And Man City doesn't have that. Why? Because they still need a few more years, a few more seasons to have that sync as Arsenal does have now. That is why, as it stands, Arsenal are in the driving seat. They look like the team that would win the league, but it's all in their hands. What Arsenal have had to suffer over the years is not having to finish good. They start so well at the middle of the season, they implode. The time they try to stretch it past December, when it gets to March, they are lost. So what Guardiola presently is riding on is the fact that he has the experience to push his players. Not saying that they are guaranteed winning their next 11 games. No. So does it also apply to Arsenal? There's no guarantee they are going to be winning their next 11 games. But in a nutshell, I will tell you, both teams have the end of the season to drive themselves through. In all honesty, they have to the end of the season. I don't think the Premier League season is going to end 3 matches or 4 matches to the end of the season. It's going to be a very, very tight race to the end of the season. Now, it's in Arsenal's hands to sleep up. It's in Arsenal's hands to sleep up. Going back to Peace, who is an Arsenal fan, the happiness of every Arsenal fan this season is the fact that they've been able to get to this stage still on top of the table. They didn't actually see themselves at the beginning of the season driving themselves this high and competing this high. In the past few games, they've dropped a whole lot of points, cutting down the gap to 2 points, with Man City having 1 at hand. The beauty of Arsenal fans this season is the fact that they are driven by something. They are driven by the fact that they can carry this all to the end of the season, but it's in their hands to lose. So let's not be too happy, because history has always come to play its part in the hands of Arsenal Football Club.
Yeah, I get that, because a lot of analysis that I hear, for me, pundits in the UK, fans on Twitter, social media, what I hear is they bottled it before, they can bottle it again. I don't see any football analysis, data driven, that can back this statement up. Because if you look at this season, Malik said it, other teams have been poor. From January, since the beginning of this year, Arsenal has been poor, and still no team has been able to overturn them at the top of the table, right? And everybody just seems, everybody just seems. So it just looks well, understandably, we got this when Man City reduced the points, the difference the other time when they defeated Liverpool. We hear pundits in the UK saying Man City are back, right? Man City are here to put pressure on Arsenal to win the league. Man City could topple Arsenal. But I didn't hear analysis like Man City are back to 2 points in a poor league, right? I didn't hear any analysis like that. But what I hear is when Arsenal when Arsenal extends the league is poor, right? So I just feel things need to be balanced, in my own personal opinion. But I don't see any data-driven analysis backed with data, backed with maybe I'm the one not using the right words, but I don't really see anything. I just see everything is all about opium, just hoping that Arsenal will bottle it. A lot of people were waiting this weekend, right? A lot of people were waiting this weekend for Arsenal to drop points. You will hear comments like a rejuvenated Tottenham, Tudor coming in, manager bounds, the rivals, form goes up the window. Tottenham can spoil the party. Tottenham can be that clog in Arsenal's wheel. Tottenham will stop them. And we hear a lot of Tottenham fans say they would rather let their team get relegated than Arsenal winning the league. We hear all these sort of statements. So I just feel this season, in my own opinion, Arsenal have shown grit, and they've shown that despite the turbulence that came from the beginning of this year, they've been able to still hold forth and continue and still maintain the lead, because no team has been able to topple them, in my own personal opinion. I know you wanted to rebuttal that.
I'll come in there. Well, like you said earlier, every team has been poor. It's just that Arsenal is the best poor team. Now, why I would say this is the fact that we all know that even the Man City that we all tipped, Liverpool at the beginning of the season, Chelsea, Manchester United, even Aston Villa, nobody saw Arsenal remaining there. That's the honest truth. But the fact that Arsenal has been the most consistent team in the past 4-5 seasons, 3-4 seasons, I'll give it to them. Why? Because being the most consistent team mean one thing. There is a core that they have, that they are riding on. The strength of their midfield, the strength of new tactics of how to be on how to win games is playing a big part. Now, Guardiola said in some few weeks ago, talking about his team not being in sync because he has brought in new heads, new legs. That might be his excuse, but that's the truth. Of every team in the Premier League, Arsenal is the only team as it stands that is top 6 teams that have had the same amount of players or the same faces in the past 4 seasons. If I'm wrong, we have to Arsenal fans who will
I doubt that.
Hold on. Why? Listen. Why I'm saying so is this: the core of Arsenal team is not on new players. It's not on new players. Their core is on the existing players they've had. So it only means that the togetherness have been there. It has given them an added advantage. When Manchester City was winning the league, it's because they had a core of already established players that Guardiola brought together and made them that's amazing. So now, since Guardiola did that and he won the so-called amount of EPL trophies he won, we expect Arsenal to do the same thing. Now that we are saying Man City is bad, Liverpool is shambolic, Man U is trying to get themselves, Chelsea is out of the way, Aston Villa is not even a contender, in my opinion, then it is left for Arsenal to ride on this because they are the most consistent of every one of them. So it will be a problem if they don't actually win the league.
Well,
that's the truth.
I have to. I know I have a way to counter what you've said, but I think Peace want to say something. I don't know. Is she back with us? Can she hear us? Wow, it's a bit lagging. She's moving, but I don't think she can hear us.
Yes, I am.
Okay, I thought you wanted to react to Chimamaka's statement about the fact he mentioned Arsenal as a team for the past 4 years have the same set of players together as compared to the other teams.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. We can hear you.
Okay. I think he has a point, honestly, because you look at Arsenal, of course, they brought in, I think, 8 signings during the summer transfer window. But at the same time, you have to remember that the core players, like Odegaard, Saka, Rice, the most of the signings were brought in as backup. Look at the likes of Nkapi, likes of Nogard. Of course, only Eze and Gyökeres are the 2 guys that were actually brought in to elevate the existing team. Can you guys hear me clearly?
Yep.
Yeah, I can pick you.
There's a bit,
which I also get, but also have to can you guys hear me clearly?
Yes, we can, but we can hear you. Let's just flow through it. Flow through it. Yep.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, flow through it. Just make your points so we can move on.
Okay, so for me, I think it's kind of similar to every other club as well, because you look at Manchester City, they already have Haaland. They have alright, so they have
Peace. Wow. Well, I hope she joins again because the Gremlins have taken over. But I don't know if Malik has a contrary opinion or you're in line with what Chimamaka said, so we don't stick on this.
I might have, I don't know if it's contrary, but all I'll just say is riding on what Chima said, apart from what P said, riding on what Chima said. I think I agree that they have been the most consistent team for the past 4 seasons, right? But I don't think they deserve it this year. I think they deserved it more last year when Liverpool won. I'm not saying they won't win it this season. All I'm saying is I feel they deserved it a lot more last season because the way they played football that last season, even me as a neutral, I dislike Arsenal, but the way they played last season, they played more of football. With the game that we love to see, the game that we love to watch, they played more of that last season. They were so consistent last season. I was shocked that they even fell out of the title race towards the end.
Injury. They were injury reading last season. I think. Are you talking about 2023-24 season?
Yes, 23-24. So that season they were so consistent. They played so much good football. They were not depending on corners. They weren't depending on set pieces. And you know, it just got to a point I was like, this team might actually take the league. And then at some point, Arsenal decided to be Arsenal. So I was really surprised that happened. This season, I'm not saying they won't win, but all I will say is, if they do win it, I feel like they don't deserve it because it doesn't just feel right. It doesn't just feel right. For them to win it this season, no. I would be against Man City winning it as well, because of
you have to pick one.
I cannot pick that poison. Aston Villa, I'm rooting for them to take the lead.
You know, this take about set pieces. If you look at the league, Arsenal and Chelsea have scored the same set pieces this season. But I don't know why Arsenal just tend to get that what's it called? Wear the crown of being maligned as set piece merchant. The stats are there. Arsenal, Chelsea have scored 18 set pieces goal in the league this season.
It's not we know with the way Arsenal started the season. It's not as if we can't put it on Arsenal's head because the game that we saw them play from the beginning of the season was focusing on getting set pieces, getting corners. The other teams in the league picked up on that late. You understand what I'm trying to say? So Arsenal already set the precedence of what.
I want to disagree with you, Malik. They didn't set the precedence. That's always been there. But all they did was they had to improve on it. Now, I'm a Chelsea fan. I'm not supporting Arsenal, but I'm just saying how I think it has been. Set pieces presently. We talk about set pieces. He's saying set pieces. Set pieces involves long throws. It involves free kicks. Involves corner kicks. Chelsea scoring
it involves penalties too.
Yes, Chelsea having 18 goals. I can tell you that the 18 goals came from either penalties or corner kicks. Free kicks, once in a while. Throw-ins, none. So it only tells you that Arsenal has mastered the art.
But Arsenal hasn't scored any throwing. I'm looking at the stats in front of me.
Yeah,
corner kicks.
They've mastered
both Chelsea and Arsenal have scored 18 set pieces, right?
Now
corner kicks 15 to Arsenal, penalties 3. Corner kicks, Chelsea 12, penalties 6.
That puts us on par. Now, I'll continue from there. Now, if you remember one of the podcasts we had sometime, I think late last year, I said something, and what I said was, I wouldn't want to look at it from an angle of set pieces alone. They should give credit to their set pieces manager or their coach, because for God's sake, all everybody sees is Arteta. Nobody sees the man behind the scene who does that, who perfects that. It only means that there's a person there who is responsible for shaping up their set pieces. So they are taking advantage of it, and it's a good thing. I will not rule it out. My concern now is, will this whole act actually, at the end of 2025-2026 EPL season, give them the EPL trophy? That's the question to be asked. Now, they've been riding all high. We saw all that and we felt the season is all gone. But in the past 1 month, it has been cut short to 2 points.
5 points.
Now, 2 points.
5 points. 5 points.
Because Man City will win their next match. You are the only team in the EPL now that has played. Okay, no problem.
As Man City won it, they've not won it. It's 5 points. They've not won it. So you can't give them a game they've not played, right?
True. 5 points.
You can't give
no
them,
doubt. But as it stands, it's not as before when we had 9 points. I don't know if you get. Now
there was never a 9 points. There was never a 9 points.
But
there was never a 9 points. There was never a 9 points.
But there was a 6 points.
Okay, fine. There was a 6 point, but there was never a 9
There was a 7 point. There was a 7 point.
Yes, there was a 7 point, but there was never a 9 points.
Okay, let me take it back. 9 minus 2, 7 points. There was a 7 point. It's 2 points. The question is, you talking about stats, that there's nowhere that we have a stats that Arsenal are butlers and the likes. Bro, we have watched Arsenal for too long.
For like 5 hours or something.
No, when I'm talking about stats, I'm talking about
points, yeah.
I'm talking about stats. Yeah. I'm talking about stats to show, right, that this season I'm still waiting for it, right? Even from the UK pundits, from YouTube channels out there in UK. I know there are a lot of football channels out there in UK, even across Europe, even in Africa, in Nigeria here. We see our colleagues, the fan tribe guys, we see what they do. It looks as if there is a hate against Arsenal, in my own personal opinion. The other day Tottenham scored. No, hold on now. Hold on. The other day Tottenham scored and we saw the jubilation. The other day Wolves equalized at the dying minute. We saw the jubilation. So you can't say there is no agenda there, right?
There's no agenda. It's just that most of them don't want Arsenal to win the league. Myself inclusive. It's not an agenda. It's just the ball. It's not an agenda.
No, that's the agenda.
I don't want you guys to win the league.
The agenda.
It's not an agenda.
So it is.
Okay, the agenda is for you not to win the league. Good.
Exactly. So if you see, because that's what I'm saying, I'm looking for that fact and data-driven, right, model to show me this season. If you pick Man City and Arsenal has been a better team over Man City, right? There is no doubt about it. Yes, Arsenal could have toppled or stumbled since the beginning of January, but still, they are the better side, well equipped, well machined. The point that I was asking Peace earlier, and I know she gave me a response. For me, I wouldn't say we've won the league, but do I see an Arsenal team that could crumble the way they crumbled in 2022-2023 season? I don't see this Arsenal team crumbling that way. The way they crumbled against in 2023-2024 season, the Aston Villa game that they lost, right? That cost them the league. Do I see that Arsenal happening? Do I see that same Arsenal squad? I don't see it. But the next 10 games is meant to prove to us who is going to win the league. But this Man City, you can even see it from Pep. Pep is not settled. Pep is rattled. Yeah, he's scratchy. You can see him. Even against Newcastle, you could see after the final whistle, you could saw how he breathed that sigh of relief, like, wow, we got this. Okay, we got those 3 points. So for me, I still stand on that pedestal. I'm not saying the league is in Arsenal's hands or the Arsenal has won the league or they've wrapped it, but I feel the remaining 10 games for Arsenal and the remaining 11 games will show us who really wants to win the league, in my own personal opinion.
I don't disagree with you, but the agenda is a world agenda. It's a world agenda. The agenda is Arsenal are not winning the league. But
it's fine. I would like to ask like all the fans here, like an honest question. Why is it that people can't really stand Arsenal winning the league? Why? Just give me a genuine
guess what? I would answer you. I will answer you. A child who they gave birth to in 2004 is how old now? I'm asking.
22? No.
So we've watched Arsenal for that.
Hello, long. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. We've watched Arsenal for 22 years, bottling everything bottleable. Guess what? We don't want to start all over to see you guys win the league and start going back to that. It's heartbreaking. A 22-year-old child
that
presently
is
should be out of the university.
What is the point of being a big club if you're not going to win the league? I just want to know.
When you win the league, we will know if you're a big club or not.
Well, historically, even with
you are not in that history. Don't go there. You are not in that history. Don't go there. You are not in that history. I was in Manchester United history, 1999. I saw it.
Don't allow me activate in this meeting. Don't allow me activate. You want to talk about history? Stop.
Don't go there. Let's not go there. Let's not go there.
Of course,
I don't have a history, but let's not go there.
They've not won the. Can you let me land? They've not won the league in 22 years. Manchester United too. They've not won the league in over 10 years.
Okay.
Won the league.
When you are 22 and
you say what? When was what? When did Chelsea do what?
Oh,
you asked the question.
She's asking when was the last time Chelsea won the league.
I'm going to ask Leicester City first. Then after you get Leicester City, you find out.
Manchester City are gradually turning this league into a farmers league. It is gradually turning into.
Look at you know why they've turned it to a farmers league, because Arsenal refused to turn up. So those of us who have been taking it one after the other, we have been waiting for you since. Is your time to turn up? Turn up. No, leave us alone. No. I will go and carry Conference League. Don't worry. I'll go and carry Conference League. I'm not battling Premier League with you now.
I'll go and carry Conference League anymore. You're now playing with the big boys, so there's no Conference League.
Oh wait, are you a big boy?
Because I'm a champion.
I'm asking. Are you a big boy? Are you a big boy?
Historically, Arsenal is a big boy.
Oh. I'm not about this historic things. Are you a big boy? Look at you saying you're playing with the big boys in the Champions League. Hold on. The fans you are seeing here, the fans you are seeing here are big boys. Are big boys. Now you are putting yourself in the big boy category. You should win it before you start calling yourself a big boy. For now, just leave it. You are still, you get. Let's not go there.
Arsenal have not won the Champions League before. Quite alright. And that's like the only thing Chelsea and Manchester United fans have over Arsenal. We accept that until we win that. But at the same time, there's only to like 8 on Arsenal.
No. Do you as a Chelsea fan like no? Do you as an Arsenal fan like Chelsea? But let's even break this agenda. Let's break this agenda. This agenda I'm talking about. Let's break it now. A few seasons ago, no Arsenal fan loved Chelsea Football Club. So it's normal. Now, when Chelsea was riding high, when you are riding pretty high, you literally hated everything about Chelsea. Now, Arsenal is riding high, and you expect me to love you. How? I want you to explain how I would like you. Guess what? I don't wish Arsenal Football Club anything good relating to football. I don't know if you get. Is that bad? So you should get to understand. So if as a fan, as a Chelsea fan, I'm telling you, I'm saying some things that tickle your fancy as an Arsenal fan, doesn't mean I have love for Arsenal. It's a lie. I don't. First of all, we are London rivals first. So there's no love. So I wish Arsenal all the best. At the same time, I wish them the worst. So it's normal. The card has been going around that way since, and we have accepted it.
You've not beaten Arsenal since 2021.
Hold on. Since you are beating Chelsea, since you've been beating Chelsea, what have you won? All the time we beat Arsenal. We either won the league, won the Europa League, or won the Champions League. Since you've been beating Arsenal, since you've been beating Chelsea, what can you show for? What can you show? Answer the question now. When we beat you, we went to Baku to go and beat you 4-1. That was the time you entered Europa League finals. We made sure we beat people there. It was needed at that point. I don't know if you understand me. It was needed.
Peace.
I don't understand. I don't understand. Make which FA Cup? Okay. How many? Hold on, listen. Okay, FA Cup. How many FA Cups did Chelsea beat you? Did Chelsea beat Arsenal in? It's just one FA Cup. You beating Chelsea. No problem. Okay, hold on. I'm not interested. You didn't. If you have 25 FA Cups, you didn't beat Chelsea 24 times. Hold on. Understand me. You have FA Cups, Abi. You've won FA Cups, no doubt. if you've won 13 times, you didn't beat Chelsea 11 times to win the FA Cup. I hope you know that. Now, we have won Europa League twice. Of the 2 Europa League we've won, we beat, hold on, of the 2 Europa League we won, that is in Europe, of the 2 Europa League we won, we beat you in 1. I don't know if you understand. It's not about how many Europa Leagues I've had. I've had only 2, but I made sure we use it to mark attendance in one of it. I don't know if you understand. That is just 2. I didn't say 13. In the Champions League that I've played, I don't know if you have come my way, because anytime you come my way, you go chop am. It is normal in the Champions League. Now that you are beating us, I want you to beat Chelsea and go and carry the Champions League. I don't know if you understand. At that point, it makes more sense. See, if listen, let me tell you one bitter truth. Arsenal will beat Chelsea again by the weekend. Are you getting me? But my concern is when you beat Chelsea. No, I'm not arguing. Your Arsenal is a better team, and that's my reality. Arsenal is a better team as it stands. When Chelsea was a better team, we were beating you where it mattered. I don't know if you understand. We are beating you where it actually mattered. Where the world will tell you, we beat Arsenal to do this. We beat Arsenal to chop this. That is where we did it, where it was very, very, very important. Now, you can beat us Europa Carabao Cup and not win it. You can beat us FA Cup and not still win it. You can beat us Premier League and not still win it. Please, of what is the beating?
Okay.
I don't know if you understand.
Still not
so beat us to win the league. Beat us to win FA Cup. Beat us to win Carabao Cup.
Let's relax, guys. Guys,
don't say we cannot win it because we don't play the final yet.
No, you have not won it yet. When you win, when you win it, we will come back to this conversation.
Let's finish this conversation in 2 months' time.
So let's switch to football conversation, right?
No, let us revisit this conversation in 2 months' time because you're saying that
definitely
we'll still not win the Carabao Cup.
We pause on the banter.
This conversation.
So
no problem.
So we Chelsea, Manchester United.
Clock it. What are you clocking? You're not even
clocking the. No.
The big boys are talking. Thank you very much. See you next season. You don't even play the new format of the Champions League before, so you don't even know what we're talking about.
What is sweeting me that this is catching out? It's really catching out.
What are you clocking? You don't even understand what the Champions League is like anymore.
I'm clocking the T. The T is so clock. Oh my God.
Anything. Thank you very much.
Let's allow our host.
Guys, yeah. Chelsea, Manchester United, Liverpool fans don't want Arsenal to win the league. That is clear fact, obviously. Right? And seeing the reaction here on this show, 42 minutes into the live stream, you could see the reaction, right? Malik, as a Manchester United fan, has said he doesn't want Arsenal to win it. Even if he didn't say it openly, verbatim, the response, Chimamaka as well, has indicated he doesn't want Arsenal to win it. So there is a little twist
obviously,
here, right?
Obviously.
There's a little twist because the fight for the Champions League, we see the position on the table right now. Aston Villa sits third, right? Followed by Manchester United, followed by Chelsea, and followed by Liverpool. These 3 teams still has to play each other, right? And some of these teams will still have to play Arsenal and also play Man City. Like Chelsea, for example. Chelsea still has to play Arsenal and Man City. Liverpool has played Arsenal and Man City home and away. Manchester United still has to play Liverpool and they still have to play Chelsea. Now, the race for the top 5 Champions League spots heats up, right? So, and these guys that don't want Arsenal to win it. So, how is it going to be? Who do you guys see who deserve the Champions League spots? All of you've said the league is poor this season. I agree. Yep. But who among these 3 teams do you think deserves the Champions League on game week 38, final whistle, 90 minutes?
Can I go first?
Yeah, you can go first.
Okay. Really and truly, and this is, please, I beg of you, I'm not trying to be biased here, right? But this is how I think it will go. First and second, I'm not sure. I have no idea. It's end of season, I'll find out. From third, I believe Manchester United, Chelsea, Aston Villa, then Liverpool. That's how I think it will end.
Sorry, come again. From third, Manchester United.
From third, Manchester United third, right? Then Chelsea fourth, Aston Villa fifth, Liverpool sixth.
So Liverpool plays Europa League next season.
Yeah, that's what I believe is going to happen, and I believe Slot is going to get the sack as well when they finish sixth. That's what I believe will happen, because Liverpool have been good this season.
Manchester United still have some tricky games. They play Crystal Palace.
Yes, we are actually
playing Chelsea. We play Liverpool.
Chelsea, Aston Villa. We're playing Newcastle as well. We've not had good times in recent seasons at Newcastle. But I think after those 3 games, we're facing Bournemouth as well. So I think we can pick up some points there. So I don't see us losing. I can't lie. I don't see us losing most of these games, unless something crazy happens. I don't see us losing that much games for the rest of the season. Obviously, I believe we'll have 1 or 2 losses, maybe 1 or 2, right? But I don't think we'll lose.
So with this your analogy, you see Manchester United, tracking towards over 60-something points to finish the end of the season, or get to 70 points.
They might be at the threshold of 70, but I don't think they'll be like 70 on the dot, maybe like 68, 69, maybe, because I know there'll be some losses there. So I'm not really sure how things are going to turn out, because this season is the most competitive, because everybody has been so poor. So we can't be sure. I don't even think the top of the table will get to.
For me, that still baffles me. How can it be competitive and it is still poor?
And now, okay,
it scatters my head, man. I've heard this analogy you mentioned. I've heard it somewhere else. I've really argued, or we had a conversation around it, but the person still maintained the narrative that it's competitive and it is poor.
It's competitive because the smaller teams are taking it to the bigger teams, right? And it is poor because the people that we expect to do the best in this league have not been doing their best. If you get what I mean. So the people that we don't expect to do well, the smaller teams, are going into these big 6 clubs, right? And they are playing football like they can take a point. Some have lost, some have won, some have drawn. So for you to know that those smaller teams have actually taken a kind of a step up, and the teams that are above have taken kind of a step down this season in particular, right? That's why the analogy of it's poor but it's still competitive is there. That's what, for me, that's what it is. I'm not saying I'm speaking for everyone. The smaller teams are playing well, but the bigger teams are not performing to what we expect. So that's why the analogy works perfectly for me.
Yeah, in addition to what Malik is saying, there was a time in the season when we had, I think, from 4th position, either 4th or 5th position, all the way to 15th position, just 5 points.
Yeah.
There was time in the season we had that. From all the way from 4th to 15th. It was just a 5-point gap between the 4th and the 15th. That talks about
I think we're 15 games in at the time.
Yeah. I think that is where I'll call the competitiveness of the league. Now, that aside, we all as football lovers and football fans already have expectations of the kind of league. I believe at the beginning of the season, many of us will be asked, which teams do you think would be topping the league at so and so period? And you have your own preference. But now it's not. To some people, it's not that way. To some people, they expected better. So that is where the other side of the story comes in, wherein you say it is competitive, but still every team has been bad. Now, like we were saying earlier, I said in the midst of the poor teams or poor performances this season, Arsenal has been the best poor performing team. So I will still give them. Let's not even use the word poor performing. Okay, they've been the best performing team in a poor season in the EPL. Probably that sounds better. I think it will massage any Arsenal fans' ego now. What I've said. So in all being said, this season is still going on. We're still pushing forward. We're expecting that Arsenal bottles the league, and I'm expecting that Arsenal bottles the league and Man City wins. But The reverse might be the case. I don't know. It's all in the hands of Arsenal. Chelsea is next. I might eventually lose the game, but I know I'll do everything in my power to make sure that we get a point, or at least add some pain to what is going on. That is me. I'm speaking for myself as a Chelsea fan. So
I'm just looking at, because me, I love stats and I love data. If still on the issue of this league is poor, right? And I'm looking at game week 28 for last season. Liverpool had 69 points with a goal difference of 42, right? And Arsenal, as at game week 28, despite the injury crisis they had last season, were on 55 points. So if I want to take Arsenal, if I want to focus on Arsenal, right? And so, okay, let me focus on Arsenal. Arsenal, this time of last season, has a +6 points difference, right? Positive +6, because they sit 61 points with a goal difference of 35. And if you look at that last season, they were on goal difference of 28. But look at Liverpool. That we didn't hear this analogy last season about the league being poor and the league being the league being competitive and being poor. Liverpool were on 69 points last season. So if you do the plus and minus, it's a difference of 8 points. So it wasn't as if last season at 69 points, Liverpool were like 70-something or 80-something points. You can still see how competitive it is. 8 points is 2 games, 2 wins, and a draw. So I still don't get the rationale about this season being poor. And I still need somebody to make it make sense by giving me data to drive that narrative. Okay. Or is it because it's just Arsenal that's stopping the league and that's why everybody's just coming up?
That's the answer. That's the
league
answer.
Is poor?
That's the answer.
Nah. You guys need to do better, man. You guys need to do better.
Okay. So I feel like it's more like, of course, the bias is there. The bias of Arsenal topping the league is there. But we said, if you like listen to the pundit last season as well, they said the same thing about the season, the league being boring, Liverpool taking every. So it's always going to be like that. And for me, I think is what we have to like take note is most of us football fans don't give credit to the smaller sides. You look at Sunderland, look at where they are. Look at Nottingham Forest last season as well. So you look at those smaller sides, they are investing in their teams more. They are challenging, pushing for European places. Look at West Ham battling relegation. West Ham are known to like go for Conference League.
Oh, sorry, we lost out there. Just to add to that, hoping peace comes back. The team on the 17th position last season had 17 points. Look at the team sitting in the 17th position this season has 25 points. Okay. You see, it evens out. 8 points at the top, 8 points beneath. It evens out. So I don't see that. For me, I'm still looking for somebody, and I've dated back to 2023-24 season. Game week 28, Liverpool won 69 points. The same. 69 points. In 2023-2024 season. Or is that the same table I'm still looking at? Oh, okay. It does not change. Sorry. I needed to change. Sorry, it's loading up. So I just feel, let us analyze football objectively. I know the bias is there. I know a Chelsea, I don't expect a Chelsea fan to love us now. I don't expect that. Nobody sees that. So 2023-2024 season, as at this time, game week 28, Arsenal and Liverpool were tied on 64 points. 64 points. Followed closely by Man City, 63 points. And if you look at this season, 61 points, 3 points difference. So I don't see where that narrative fits in to say this season has been poor, in my own personal opinion. I get the bias. I don't expect a Tottenham fan to love Arsenal. I don't expect a Chelsea fan to love Arsenal. I don't even expect the Manchester United fan to love Arsenal, seeing the rivalry dated back in the lifetimes of Wenger and Fergie. But what kills me is a Manchester United fan twerking for Man City, wanting Man City to win the league. You will never see an Arsenal fan want a Tottenham club to win anything.
Just so you know,
objectivity.
I have a rebuttal. Don't clog this tea. This tea is wrong. Please, I've stated it here that I would never want Manchester City to win. Me myself, I said I'm going to support Aston Villa, even though
Come on.
That is
How
impossible.
possible that is?
It's impossible.
It's not possible. I'm not saying it's
possible
possible.
that is.
I'm not saying it's possible, but all I'm saying is I'm supporting Aston Villa to the end of the season to take the league, because I'm not sure Manchester United can do it. So Aston Villa, you go boys. I don't know their nicknames, so. But yeah, all I'm saying is I would never want Manchester City to win. I'm not just that will be talking for Manchester to win, because it's nonsense. It's arrogant, absolute nonsense. Noisy about winning so many leagues. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. And the other thing
I know Malik's problem, and the problem is the problem is that he is
We can still hear you. I know your lights went off, but you can deactivate your video so that you can just stick to audio alone. But let's just move on. So, Chelsea, Manchester United, Liverpool. Oh, Malik went off. So, Chimamaka, you've not given us your own take. Where do you see these guys finishing in
which of the guys
positioning? Chelsea, Manchester United, Liverpool. You guys seem to be triplets at this moment.
Yeah, actually, we are leaving the big boys to battle for the league, like the likes of Arsenal, Manchester City, and Aston Villa, because they are ahead of us. So I see it as, I think I would, with the way United are flying, I think they would maintain. They might replace Aston Villa in third position.
They still play Aston Villa. They play Chelsea.
Yeah,
and they play
Liverpool.
Liverpool.
Might replace Aston Villa in third position. Chelsea will be in a tightly knitted fourth position. Then I think Liverpool will do that. Liverpool will do fifth. Then Aston Villa. I still see Aston Villa dropping points. They might just not lose as such, but draw, as Chelsea has been drawing. So that's the way I see it. So for first and second, it's between the both of them. They'll go and settle themselves in Umuna meeting when they win the league. So my opinion.
Yeah, it's understandable. It's understandable, because at the end of the day, what really matters is at the end of the day, I just feel this season it could be Arsenal's season, right? And I hope it is. Arsenal is tracking towards 91 points. If they win their remaining 10 games, they're tracking towards 91 points. And 91 points is okay for anybody to win the league. And Manchester City, yes, I know the Pep Guardiola factor is there, and I'm not easy. But the positive or the encouragement that I have is, since January, Arsenal has been faltering and Arsenal has been wobbling, but no team in the league has been good enough to topple them over. Yes, it's 2 points, but at the end of the day, it could determine the game at the Etihad Stadium between Arsenal and Man City. And if Arsenal can go there and get a result, 1 point is okay, and ensure the other games you win them. But it's not going to, a point will not be okay for Man City, because the stats now is for Man City to win the league, they're expected to win their remaining 11 games. So if any drop-off comes anywhere, possibly they draw against Arsenal, that's the end, and Arsenal win the remaining games. But it's nice doing this with you guys. Peace. I know your network has been dealing with you, but thank you for coming to the fans' reaction. And Chumamaka, thank you for coming up at a short notice. We can end the stream here. It's been nice. Hopefully, we will get to do this again next week after the game between Arsenal and Chelsea. It's going to be lit, because the last fan reaction that we had was hot. Was really hot. Hello.
I was
not really hot. Hello. It was really hot. And I know the guys will be pumped to have another one.
Bro. And unlucky for Chelsea, they have players out. Oh, God, too bad.
Yeah, but
you literally don't have central defenders there.
Because Arsenal just have to pick the 3 points in this case because they're gunning for the league, and any drop points, points could be a problem.
Hello. Yeah, this.
Okay, it's nice doing this. We have to end the stream. Big up Ali,
right,
big up Peace, big up Chiman. Take care.
Yeah.